Welcome, everybody. We are doing another of these episodes, late to the party. So, ManNerd, apologies.
Both. They both were. You threw out another name of mine now.
Yeah. Picked a show for me, and I picked a show for him. So, without further ado, I'm StephenShred. This is ManNerd, and we are...
Video nerds.
That was smooth. I liked it.
So smooth.
All right. So since I had the longer one, which I did not know was the thing, I guess I'll start this out.
Oh, yeah. That's basically like the old style shows. They would always do like a longer pilot episode. That's just how it was.
Yeah, I did not know that going into it. So if you listen to the last episode, you'll know that the ManNerd chose Firefly for me, which is a show that I have heard a lot about, but I've never actually watched. So it was perfect because, you know, I had the knowledge that it was like this amazing series that got canceled too early, but I didn't know, you know, anything else about it. And I also didn't know that it was an hour and a half long first episode.
You're used to anime.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was going to be like a longer, like maybe 40-minute episode. And once it started getting to a certain point, I was like, probably going to end soon. It's going to end on a cliffhanger. And then I looked and I was only halfway through. I was like, oh, okay. But man, yeah. Should we do a... What should I do? Should we do rating first, or should I go with the spoilery stuff first?
Let's just do rating, man. I want to know what you thought of it off the bat.
Off the bat, so my main thing was you had said that it's like cowboys in space kind of thing.
Basically, yeah.
So the thing with that was my mind went to Cowboy Bebop, which one of the most like famous classic anime, and I didn't really like Cowboy Bebop. I don't know what it was. I couldn't gravitate towards it. So getting into this, at first, I wasn't like, I don't know, it felt like it was going to be like similar to Cowboy Bebop, where it's kind of like this episodic thing. You know, they have this going on, and that's kind of that. And then they have this going on, that's kind of that. I don't really like shows like that, where every episode is its own thing, and there's not this overarching thing. But then we got closer to the end, and then it gave me some overarching stuff. So I'm going to go with D12. I liked it. The stuff towards the end where it gave me like a bigger picture kind of perspective on what the show could be got me a little more invested, and the characters are cool. And then I forgot her name again. Was it Marina something?
Siren or Bakarin?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know she was in it. I've seen her in a million things. Super hot. I was all about it. So immediately I was like, oh, she's in it? All right, let's see what's up. But yeah, I liked it overall. It was cool to kind of see what Nathan Fillion was from, like as far as like the big role that everyone associates him with, because I've only seen him as like random background characters in a ton of things, and there's always references towards that, like, oh, Nathan Fillion, oh, like that. Like I've never actually seen Firefly, so it was cool to actually finally see the thing that people associate most with him.
Yeah, you need that, because I had seen him in a few things before I watched Firefly, but it was like, okay, so that's his big thing. And, you know, he's pretty good. He's pretty good at it. And as the series progresses, you know, you get to like him more, like most things if they do it well.
So does this show have like, because you said the movie continues it, does it have like finality in the movie? Like it's 100% done?
Pretty much. They leave it kind of open, but they wanted to round it off, and they did, because it was cut down way too short. They had the overarching story, like you talked about, that showed itself in the episodes every now and then, and a few of them got kind of big into it, and then it just ended. Like literally not even a season finale, just in the middle of a season. Like you'll watch an episode that's a one-off, that's the last episode. And it's like, wow.
You always gotta love that, man. There's like, oh yeah, so next season, oh, there's no next season. What?
Okay. Well, we kind of got into spoilers anyway, but let's just, we're late to the party anyway, so let's just do it.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
So the spoilery stuff, just in case anybody is as late to the party as I am on this, like the whole thing with the like government agent that's like hiding aboard like amongst the passengers, like the big reveal for that, and you know, so they get in this whole like standoff thing because the government agent's hiding on the ship. They're like they have like stolen goods on the ship, and he's actually after the doctor that's on board. And they get in this whole standoff, and he accidentally shoots somebody, as they do, and it happens to be like the cutesy mechanic girl. Like, not gonna lie, that whole thing with like, we can't kill people, we can't do this, oh, we can't do, like, dude, I hate that so much. Like, he just shot someone, just get rid of him, dude. Was he like, what's the bad that's gonna happen if we get rid of this dude, you know? That like annoyed me, but I feel like that's in so many things I can't really knock their show on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they finally like show why the doctor dude, I cannot remember his name,
Simon.
Yeah, when they finally reveal why he was after Simon, you know, a girl in little container thing, I honestly, like, I thought it was gonna go the route of like, you know, he was taking care of her and they're experimenting on her, so he broke her out because he's in love with her. But it was his sister. I was like, okay, already dodged a trope bullet, so that's cool.
Yep.
And then the other trope bullet that we dodged that I was all for was the main character, Nathan Fillion, isn't in a romantic relationship with his number two. I enjoyed that. I cannot remember her name.
Oh yeah, that's Zoe.
Yeah. So her husband is on board too. Like they're like she's good. She's spoken for. I always hate when shows, which sucks because anime does it so much, where there needs to be romantic / sexual tension between like the top person and their like underling. Like the person like directly underneath them, their number two. Like I don't like that dynamic a lot of the time because it's like it feels so unnecessary, you know?
Yeah, they do that a lot in a lot of things. You're right.
Yeah, so I really liked that it was like no romantic tension. It's like he's working with her because she does what she does. She's working with him because he does what he does. Like, cool. Like, I like that a lot more. But he
still has that tension with somebody else.
He does.
Yeah.
That he does. But I liked that it wasn't that. And goddamn, like, it goes immediately for the throat when what's her actual name? Was it like Elda or Ilda or something like that? Or I can't remember what her Inara. Yeah, I knew it was something with an I or.
Yep.
Immediately she comes on and he's like, yeah, she's a whore. I was like, Jesus.
Like, no, a companion.
Just starts roasting her immediately. I was like, God damn. And then you're showing a little tension between them. I was like, all right, I see. You're you know, he's what's the phrase? He's negging her.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was like, damn. But
all right, so
yeah, like overall I really liked it.
This might answer it, but who's your favorite character?
I can't give her my favorite character just because she's hot. I honestly think my favorite character was cutesy mechanic girl.
Oh, damn, mine too. Yeah, because she's got that like innocent yet motherly vibe and very positive and sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, she's just doing what she's good at, and she's very good at it. And then she's just, you know, trying to just be like the bubbly, nice person in the room. So, can never hate on that.
Nice.
I like characters like that are just like good.
All right, so for the important question, do you think you will continue this? It doesn't have to be now, but at some point.
I don't think I'm going to actively continue it just yet, but it will get finished eventually, especially since it's on my Hulu now. Like, nice. I'm very weird when it comes to stuff like that. If I see a show like not finished, unless I absolutely hated it, like I'll finish it.
It's like your platinum addiction. Like if you see a game that's like completed but not platinumed, does that bug you?
Yep. It bugs me if I really liked the game and if the platinum doesn't require me to replay the game on the hardest difficulty, because those kind of trophies annoy me.
Gotcha.
Because it's always like super dumb. But yeah, I'll definitely be taking another look at the series.
All right, so on that note, let's go into mine, man. Mine is
all right.
Inuyasha, which was from 2000 to 2004.
Yep, the very first anime that I ever watched. It used to come on after Family Guy, and then Rurouni Kenshin would come on right after it. So technically, Inuyasha was number one for me when I was a kid. I was like 10, maybe 9. I was young. I shouldn't have been watching any of those shows.
No. Oh, man. I was like 8 and watching Hellraiser, so that's probably not a good thing either.
Probably not.
All right, so let's get into this, man. So I really like this, and it kind of threw me off guard on how much I like this first episode, because it felt like, it's weird to say it, but it felt like home to me. That style animation, that kind of story, just the way they did it, it feels like my childhood. And I am excited to get into it. It's going to be a journey, but I am excited to get into it. And, you know, so far the characters were pretty cool. The time travel aspect of it, the half demon, the trying to get the jewel of power type of thing. Like, there's a lot that they throw out there in the first episode, but it's very cool. And I'm making this simple, man. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, that one I think is only that one's like 54 episodes, I believe, and the final season they have like a separate like final season, and it gives 100% finality. The movies, there's like 4 movies, but they don't really like go towards the story itself. They're weird.
Yeah, like I told you when we were talking about it, this kind of gives me the vibe of Hunter x Hunter. It's makes me feel almost the same way as when I was watching that. So this is going to be very cool getting into it.
Hell yeah. There's even a sequel.
Oh, man.
The 2-season sequel following the children of certain characters in Inuyasha called Yashahime.
Okay. So basically
that came out just a couple years ago.
A legend of Korra, basically.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, just following the next generation. And then, familiar characters pop in, and you're just like, hey, I know who that is.
All right, so I'm going to go to the rating on this bad boy.
Do it.
It's a D20, man. I think it's a perfect first episode for this type of anime.
Hell yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah. And I didn't give my rating for Firefly because of the nostalgic aspect of it and the whole thing where I was waiting for the movie to come out and then did that and blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah. D20 on that bad boy. Okay. Now, before we get to it, I do have to ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
The style of music that they picked for Firefly, what did you think about that?
Definitely it definitely pushed me in the westerny kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
There was like a ton of that, so it was cool. I think that was another part of why it reminded me so much of Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, that's something that I never watched either. Not even the live action.
Oh, the live action is horrible.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, freaking Harold from Harold and Kumar is not a good Spike. Spike's supposed to be this like cool, suave dude, like the kind of dude that walks in and you're just like, damn, what's that dude doing? Yeah, Harold's not that.
More like, why is that guy here?
Yeah, it's like, look at this freaking nerd with his poofy hair. Yeah, that's another conversation for another day, though.
Okay.
The anime live action.
Well, you don't have to ask me this, but you can ask me that question.
All right. Will you be continuing this series?
100% yes. It was going to be my next one, but then we got into Attack on Titan. So,
yeah, Attack on Titan will consume your life, man.
Yep.
Especially being this late to the party where we're literally months away from the actual final thing that they're ever going to put out. Like, man,
I think that's perfect.
Yeah, you got the red carpet treatment on that, man.
Yeah.
I watched the first season not too long after it came out. It took them 4 years to put out season 2, and then it took them another 2 years to put out the next. So.
Oh, man. All right.
Man.
I'm getting lucky. Okay, well, this was another awesome episode. We watched some really cool first episodes. So, man, so we're going to get on to the next one. I'm not sure what I'm picking for you yet, but why don't you tell the folks what you picked for me?
I am going with the classic, like it's the late 2000s. You walk in at a Hot Topic, you see all the stuff, all the edgelord stuff all over the wall. And what's the number one anime merch there? You got Death Note. That's what we're going with for Mandrew. Another one of the classics that solidified my love for anime. This Death Note just hits so hard, and it just so many people try to copy the way that the characters are written, but Death Note just did it so well. So I'm excited to see what you think of that first episode.
Flying colors there, man. All right. Well, see y'all later. We'll catch you next time.
See ya.